Hey guys, I got with the picks here. It is Sunday, early morning. Yesterday we had Georgia giving the points, and the game went 100% exactly how I said it would go. Even scarier part was they'd win by 14, and they won by 14. The game was a mismatch. It really was. I feel like we took advantage of that game. I mean, and there was no chance in hell Vegas was going to pay out 85% of the money that was in on Tennessee. I mean, it just wasn't going to happen. Vegas has absolutely been smashing it this week. Smashing it. Eagles, Tennessee, smashing it. Good thing we're able to see through the smoke and see it for what it really is. Moved our overall record to 35-28-2 at 55.5%. Not happy with that at all. But what am I going to do? We are moving up. My NFL record after this past Thursday with the Houston cover, our NFL record is 19-9-2, which is 67.8%. Now that's a big deal. Today, we're going to Kansas City. Tennessee at 5-2, going to Kansas City at 5-2. This line's at 12.5. The total's at 45.5. Tennessee is on a 5-game win streak after beating Houston 17-10. If Houston was like, I don't know, I mean, it's still shit, but if they were like number 25 in rush defense instead of maybe 32nd, maybe they could have tackled Henry a couple of times, or anybody for that fact. And they couldn't. Tennessee ran for 314 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 7 yards per carry. And you're telling me that they beat Houston 17-10? Tannehill's with the team. He hasn't practiced. Obviously, he's got an ankle injury. To me, I really don't care if he plays or not, to be honest with you. I really don't. I do know Malik Willis started last week, and he was horrible. 6 of 10, 55 yards and a touchdown. Yeah, I know they ran the ball. And he only passed one time in the second half. 6 for 10 for 55 yards and an interception. Okay. Listen, this 5-game win streak that Tennessee's on, it sounds real good when I say it out loud, doesn't it? Now, what's it sound like when I tell you they beat the Colts twice? They beat Washington. They beat the Texans. And they beat the Raiders. None of those teams, not one of them are over 500. Not one of them. They're all bottom of the barrel teams. Here's a little fun fact for this game. The Titans are ranked 32nd in deep ball defense. 32nd. Tennessee does have a very good rush defense. KC don't run the ball. And they're not looking to run the ball. Hell, they just switched starting running backs for, and that wasn't a big deal because I mean they're both only getting about 8 to 10 carries a game. I mean that's KC don't run the ball. Headline news: they throw and throw and throw. Matter of fact, last game, they had a bye last week, but last game they ran a total of 21 times. Casey's coming off a bye week. And before that bye week, they went to San Francisco, which is a top 3 overall defense, solidified, verified, excellent defense. And Kansas City completely exposed them every which way that they could. And that good defense, top of the line defense that San Fran has, it looked like the players switched the jerseys. Because Kansas City's defense in that game looked as good as you can get. You're talking 5 sacks, 2 interceptions, a fumble recovery. I mean, KC was all over the field. I mean, what they beat them by 21 points. What they win, 44-23 or something? Yeah. And that team was only giving up 18 points a game. And KC came into their stadium and hung over 40 on them. That's a statement. There's not a QB that's even close to how hot Mahomes is, excluding Josh Allen, okay? Josh Allen's just a freak, an absolute freak. But Mahomes, the last 3 games, 1,053 yards passing and 9 touchdowns the past 3 games. Absolutely feasting on anybody that they put in front of them. This KC team, they're putting up 32 points per game in the NFL. They lead the NFL in points per game by 2 points over Buffalo. That would surprise a lot of people, especially the 2-point difference. I mean, that's a pretty wide difference. KC is 3rd in the NFL. They only give up 92 yards on the ground. And you already know Andy Reid loves to send a blitz also 100 different ways. Tennessee can't and won't pass. Henry will obviously get his, but the get part is we don't know what he's going to get. I think if he can hang 100 on Kansas City, 100 yards rushing, he did a good job. The problem with that is even Derrick Henry isn't big enough to put the whole team on his back on the road and get any type of good results. No, not even him. This is a big line. I mean, 12.5 is a big line, especially in the NFL. But to be honest with you, when I put this side by side and I look at matchups, it's not a big enough line. It's not. KC will have his game in absolute full control by halftime. And it will get ugly. When the scoreboard hits 0, it'll be out of hand. Trust me, beginning of the week, this was all part of the plan for this week. That plan was to fade Tennessee teams this week. To fade them. We got Georgia on Saturday. They made us really, really good money. And Kansas City's going to get the back end of it tomorrow. And they're going to give us all the gravy. All of it. All of it. It's only up to you of how much that house money that you're willing to put down tomorrow. What's your ROI going to look like? I know mine will be hefty. I do know that. Obviously, you know the pick, guys. The pick is take Kansas City minus 12.5. Guys, I think we had 20 thumbs up on the video yesterday. Totally unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. I mean, we only had 150 views. I mean, that's even more unacceptable. And out of the 150 people that looked at it, you're telling me only 20 people hit the thumbs up? When I gave winner after winner after winner? Come on, guys. Let's do a little bit better on this one. Can we get to 50 thumbs up? Let's get back to somewhere. I mean, I do the work. You pick up the money. I give you top information and great picks. All you got to do is support the channel. That's all. You write your own paycheck from this point out. You write it. Whatever you want back, you put up. Tomorrow is definitely another game that we're going to take advantage of. Guys, thanks for all the comments, the likes, the subscribes, the shares. Thank you. Just continue to do what you'll do, and I'm going to continue to do what I do. Till then, you already know what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to get back to getting this cash.